Hey there, cat lovers. Ever wondered what everyday things might be breaking your feline friend's heart without you even realizing it? Stick around to find out the 22 common mistakes that can unintentionally hurt your beloved cat and how to avoid them. Don't forget to watch till the end and share your favorite moments in the comments. Let's dive in. Cats seem so independent and self-sufficient. But beneath that confident exterior lies a sensitive creature deeply attuned to our actions and environment. In this video, we've gathered the 22 most common mistakes that well-meaning cat parents often make, which can unintentionally break their beloved cat's heart. Laser pointers. There's nothing more fun than watching your fur baby go crazy over a laser pointer. They stalk that little red dot, jump on it, and act all confused when it vanishes. They must be having a lot of fun, right? Not necessarily. Although cats may enjoy the pursuit aspect of chasing a laser, not being able to catch the pointer can lead to frustration. Experts recommend solving this problem by giving the cat something to hunt at the end. You can use the laser to lead your cat around the room and then point it at a toy they can pounce on, so they get the satisfaction of catching their prey. Not spreading their territory. Many cat parents, especially those living in small apartments or houses, want to make the most of their limited space by putting all the cat things in one place. The litter box, water dish, food dish, basket, and toys can all be tucked into one corner of one room. This may be convenient for you, but think about what it's like from your cat's perspective. How would you like it if someone made you eat all your meals next to the toilet? Cats prefer their food and water to be far away from where they pee, just like humans. Darkness. It's a common misconception that cats can see in pitch-black conditions. Cats have amazing eyes with loads of rod cells, which are great for catching light even when there's not much around. That's why your kitty can see better than you when the lights are dim. But here's the kicker. They can't see in absolute darkness. They need some light, just like us. In a completely dark room, your cat can become pretty anxious, especially if they're all alone. If you're stepping out and leaving your cat home, think about leaving a little light on. Even something small like a nightlight can make a big difference. It gives them enough light to see and feel secure without lighting up the whole place. A lot of toys. Your cat probably has a lot of toys. After all, what cat parent doesn't want to spoil their kitty? You might think that the more toys your cat has, the happier they'll be. But you may find you get better results by removing some. If all your cat's toys are left out all the time, they'll soon get bored with them. They won't have any novelty in their lives and could become depressed. Experts recommend swapping toys out, rotating them on a weekly basis so that your cat can be regularly surprised and entertained by the emergence of new toys or the return of old ones they haven't seen in a while. Hunt, eat, sleep cycle. Many people think that their cats would prefer to have their food available at all times rather than having to wait until a human comes along with a can opener. They certainly act like they're always starving, so why shouldn't they always have access to food? Imagine a wild cat in nature. What drives them to chase down a bird or pounce on a mouse? They hunt primarily to satisfy their hunger. When your cat is at home and they're chasing a toy, deep down it's mimicking their natural hunting instincts. If you're always leaving food out for them, they'll rarely feel that instinctual drive to hunt or play because they're never really hungry. Instead of leaving food out all day, feed them at designated times. Over time, they'll start anticipating these feeding times, getting hungry and eager as the clock approaches mealtime. Here's the golden opportunity. Just before you give them their meal, engage them in play. Afterwards, when they've had their fill of play, feed them. They'll see it as a reward, aligning with their natural instincts. This routine not only enriches their life, but also ensures they're getting good exercise. Free feeding can sometimes result in obesity as well, since not all cats are good at controlling their portions. Picking up your cat. The correct way to pick up a cat is to scoop one hand under their ribs, lift them into the air, and then hold them against your chest. Their head should be near your shoulder, and your hand should be under their butt to support their weight. Other ways of holding cats generally range from uncomfortable to dangerous. Picking your cat up by the scruff, for example, has the potential to cause them serious injury. Although it was okay when their mama cat picked them up that way when they were a kitten, your fur baby isn't an actual baby anymore. The skin of their neck is not intended to support their adult weight without injury. Picking them up under their armpits by hugging them is less dangerous, but those dangling legs will be uncomfortable. In general, when holding a cat, you should always ensure that the weight of their body is being supported by you, not the cat. Cradling your kitty like a baby might look adorable, but your cat is unlikely to enjoy it as much as you do. Cats are generally uncomfortable when their tummies are exposed and won't appreciate being forced into that position, making them vulnerable while they are eating. Cats are vulnerable while they're eating, and as prey animals, they are incredibly anxious about this. Different cats respond to this perceived risk in different ways. Some kitties will insist on only eating when their cat parents are in the room to keep watch, but others will prefer to eat privately. Many will get upset if they are disturbed or picked up while eating, especially if someone tries to move their food dish away from their mouths. Your cat could lose trust in you if you do this too often, hurting their most vulnerable part. You've probably heard that cats use their whiskers to help them navigate small spaces. If the cat is trying to get through a narrow gap, and their whiskers touch the sides, then they know there's a risk they'll get stuck and they'll refuse to go in. If the whiskers can get through, however, then the cat can get through. What you might not know is that this doesn't just apply to small gaps your cat is trying to pass through. Although your kitty is unlikely to go diving in their food or water bowl anytime soon, they won't like eating and drinking from a bowl where their whiskers touch the edges. If the problem goes on too long, your kitty could even stop eating. Your force. This is a simple thing, but it can make a big impact. Many new cat parents who have previously only ever had dogs usually use a lot of force when petting their cats because they know that many dogs like to be pet hard. But cats are much more delicate than dogs. Not only are they smaller, but they're also lighter and designed more for agility than sturdiness. Being pet too hard can be actively painful for them. Moreover, cats have a higher density of nerve endings in their skin compared to dogs, making them more sensitive to touch. What we see as punishment, our cats see as aggression. Most cat parents will never hit or kick their cat in punishment, but some might think there's no harm in spraying them with water or air when they do something wrong. Cats, unlike humans, have a limited ability to connect events that happened in the past with events happening in the present. If you chose to spray your human roommate with water every time they left their dishes in the sink, eventually they would make the connection and hopefully start putting their dishes away. But your cat will never make the connection unless you catch them directly in the act. Moreover, this kind of punishment can create anxiety and fear, making your cat more skittish and less trusting. If you punish them later for something they did earlier, they won't understand why and will just assume you're being mean for no reason. Their water. You might think that as long as your cat's water dish is full, it's fine. Sure, there might be some stray hairs or bits of fluff floating in it, but if your pampered pussycat was living in the wild, then they'd be drinking from puddles and all sorts, right? Not true. Ever notice the way your kitty obsesses over running faucets? Cats in the wild prefer to drink from running water sources like streams, because running water tends to be cleaner than standing water. Even if your cat's water dish is seemingly full, you should take care to wash it out and refill it with fresh water. Ideally every day, or at least every other day. Rough play. It's a common misunderstanding that cats are just naturally rough players. In reality, how they play with us often mirrors how we've taught them to play. Cats naturally use play to practice skills such as stalking, pouncing, and biting. However, when playtime becomes too rough, it can confuse them and potentially lead to fear or aggression. This is because they might not understand why their trusted human companion suddenly seems to be treating them like prey. When play involves hands or feet chasing them around, it can teach them that biting and scratching human skin is okay. This might be fun and harmless when they're a small kitten, but as they grow, their bites and scratches can become more painful and potentially dangerous. Paying attention to a cat's body language during play is crucial. If they start rapidly flicking their tail, flatten their ears, or have dilated pupils, it's time to take a break. Essential oils. Here's the not-so-soothing truth. Some essential oils are the equivalent of kryptonite to your cat. While we bask in the calming or invigorating effects of these oils, our feline friends might be inhaling toxic compounds. It's not just about direct contact. Even the oils diffused into the air can lead to a whirlwind of health issues for them, from respiratory distress to liver damage. In severe cases, it can be life-threatening. Not all essential oils are villains in this tale. For instance, oils like rosemary and cedarwood are generally considered safe and can be enjoyed without worry. However, oils such as peppermint, tea tree, and citrus are notorious culprits posing significant risks to your cat's well-being. The amount of litter boxes. Many think that one litter box is enough for multiple cats. After all, humans can do just fine sharing a bathroom. And unlike you and your family, your cats don't even have to worry about waiting until somebody's finished in the shower before they can pee in the morning. What's the problem? Well, some cats will have no issues sharing a litter box, but many will. Cats pee to scent mark their territory as a warning to other cats. What this means for multi-cat households is that you're encouraging your cat to pee in a place that they might consider to be another cat's territory. It's rather like if your landlord told you they weren't putting a bathroom in your home, so you had to use the neighbor's. Awkward, right? Many multi-cat households require one litter box per cat. Messing with their sleep. Cats are not just lazy. They have to sleep for up to 16 hours a day. Their sleep pattern is all about conserving energy for hunting, even if the only hunting they're doing is for the feather wand. Frequent interruptions of their sleep can lead to more than just a bad mood. Cats experience both REM and non-REM sleep, just like humans. During REM sleep, they can dream. Those little twitches and chirps you hear while they're asleep could be them dreaming of chasing mice or exploring vast, dreamy landscapes. Also, cats are crepuscular, meaning they're most active during dawn and dusk. This is when their wild ancestors would hunt. So when they're sleeping during the day, they're following their natural instincts. By providing a quiet, cozy place for them to sleep uninterrupted, we're respecting their natural habits. What dishes you feed your cat from? Plastic dishes are durable, light, and seemingly easy to clean. But here's the rub. Over time, those same plastic bowls become etched with micro-scratches, a perfect breeding ground for bacteria. Your unsuspecting cat may instead face off with a buffet of bacteria at every meal. Opt for stainless steel or ceramic bowls instead, as they don't have these problems. How often you clean the litter box? Many cat parents might think they clean the litter box enough. After all, even if you were some kind of monster who didn't care about your cat having a clean environment to live in, you yourself wouldn't want to live in a home with a smelly litter box. But our sense of smell isn't nearly as good as our kitties'. Experts recommend cleaning the litter box daily for pee and every time your cat poops. After all, they have to walk in the box in order to use it. Even the most slovenly humans would be a lot more fastidious about flushing if they had to climb inside the toilet whenever they needed to go. A lap cat. As cat parents, we love cuddling our cats, but distressingly, our cats don't always love cuddling with us. Cats are fiercely independent creatures with strong ideas about their own autonomy. Picking up your cat and forcing them to cuddle with you might seem harmless, but it can upset your cat. Worse, it can make your cat associate being picked up with that upsetting feeling, leading to them avoiding or even becoming afraid of you, and breaking that all-important cat-human bond. Mixed signals. So what do we mean by this? For example, you let your cat jump on the counter one day and scold them for the same action the next day. That's a mixed signal. It creates confusion. Cats learn from consistent interactions. When the rules keep changing, they can't figure out what is expected of them. It turns out this inconsistency can even lead to stress in cats. Research has shown that cats who understand the house rules are more relaxed and confident, which leads to fewer behavioral problems overall. Vertical space. Cats instinctively seek out high places for safety and comfort. It's in their DNA to find a spot where they can watch over their territory and feel secure from predators. The mistake many cat owners make is not providing enough vertical space. This can lead to a bored, stressed, or even overweight cat. They need that vertical challenge to keep them active and engaged. Without it, they might turn to less desirable activities, like redecorating your curtains or exploring the tops of doors. So what's the life hack here? Cat trees, shelves, and wall perches. These are not just furniture. They're an investment in your cat's mental and physical health. Social awkwardness. When something new comes into their environment, their first reaction might be curiosity, but it's often followed by caution. They need time to observe and decide that this new thing isn't a threat. Rushing this process, like forcing them to interact with a new pet or person before they're ready, will lead to stress. Cats don't just get used to new faces overnight. They rely on scent much more than sight to recognize and trust. That's why forced introductions can be so overwhelming. Studies on cat behavior show that gradual introductions are key. Start by swapping scents between the cat and the new pet or person using items like blankets or toys. This lets your cat become familiar with the new scent without the pressure of a face-to-face meeting. Forcing interactions can lead to something called fear aggression. This is when a cat feels so threatened and cornered that they lash out as a defense mechanism. It's not because they're mean or poorly behaved. It's a natural response to what they perceive as a dangerous situation. The biggest mistake. Now here's the biggest mistake. Not respecting their nature. It sounds simple, right? But you'd be surprised how often this gets overlooked. Cats are not small dogs, nor are they furry little humans. They come with a unique set of needs and behaviors. Understanding that your cat has instincts hardwired for hunting, climbing, and marking territory is crucial. These aren't just whims, they're survival strategies that have been passed down through generations of feline evolution. When your cat is shredding your new sofa or zooming around the house at 3 a.m., they're not being spiteful. They're just being a cat. Instead of getting frustrated, channel those natural behaviors into positive outlets. Got a scratcher that's being ignored? Try different materials like cardboard, carpet, or sisal. Those midnight zoomies? They're a sign your cat might need more playtime during the day. Have you ever gotten the sense that your cat is checking up on you? You've been sitting at your desk, minding your own business, catching up on your favorite educational cat videos for hours. And 5 times already, your kitty has come in to see what you're doing. Why? This behavior actually reveals a lot about your relationship with your kitty. Check out this video to find out what it really means when your cat constantly checks in with you. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it and comment your favorite moment below. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and join our community of cat lovers. Your support helps us bring you more great content. Thanks for watching and see you next time.